Hello there, Gemini. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of May the 9th through the 15th. We are going to be taking a peek at one card for each day just to see what the highlights kind of show up as. And also, we're going to see if there's any kind of theme that sort of shows up through the week as we go through these cards. So what you need to know, Geminis, is that this is a general reading, meaning not everything I see here will apply to every single Gemini. However, most of what I see will apply to most of you. Those of you who would like to get a private reading where I'm looking straight up at just your energy strictly with nobody else involved, feel free to schedule that on my website at the top of the screen. Also, if you have not signed up for my newsletter yet, you may want to sign up for my newsletter there too. That sign up is at the bottom of my homepage. All right, let's jump in, Gemini. We're going to start with the weekend. Two of Vessels showing up in reverse for Saturday. And Sunday, you have the Ace of Arrows. Okay, so looking at Saturday with this Two of Vessels in reverse, there's something that you already have planned to do on Saturday that you're starting to realize, I don't really want to do that. So it's kind of 50-50 if you actually show up for that thing or not. But whatever it was about this event or activity or whatever it is that did have you fascinated, drawn in, excited about participating in, I think that, the glitter has come off of whatever that is now. And now you'd really kind of rather not. So it's going to be a matter of, can you wiggle out of this without offending anybody? That's going to be what it really comes down to here. Now, looking at Sunday, we do have, like I said, the Ace of Arrows. This just says that you're communicating with somebody on Sunday. You may be sending them some kind of invitation, or you may just be doing like chit chat through text message or email or phone or something like that. But for this, I think that this is some kind of more significant communication. Some of you may be putting out resumes. Some of you may be putting out invites to a birthday party or a reception or whatever. But I do feel like you're sending out some kind of communication. You're probably also receiving some responses within a reasonable time, but definitely you have some kind of communication going up. By the way, this could also be promotion too. If you have a business, you may be sending some promotional messages out on Sunday. Now let's look at our cards for the week, Gemini. On Monday, we have the Heron showing up here. That would be the King of Stones in any other deck. And then on Tuesday, we have the Five of Bows in reverse. Wednesday, we have the Seven of Stones in reverse. Those of you who haven't been here before, please don't wig out about reversals. We don't wig out about them on this channel. Thursday, we have the Six of Vessels. And Friday, we have the World card. It's been a while since I've used this deck. I'm really enjoying using it again. I love the imagery here. So Monday with the Heron showing up, this is the King of Vessels. The Heron, though, symbolizes something very specific. This tells me that on Monday, there is something going on where you're beginning something new. Because the Heron is always awake at sunrise. He watches the day begin. And so this is why I'm saying on Monday, you're beginning something new because there's that Heron there to be the witness of whatever this is. And then on Tuesday, we do have the Empowerment card coming up in reverse. This is basically telling me that there's something going on where you had empowerment in some way to accomplish something, and now that has sort of dissipated or disappeared. For some of you, this could be some kind of physical task, and you just haven't been doing the right exercises to make you that flexible or that strong lately. And so that could be our explanation of empowerment. For others of you, maybe there's a situation at work that you have to have a certain password to do certain things. Maybe that password is not available for whatever reason. There's just something going on where where you were empowered before, now you're feeling disempowered. Okay? Now, some of you, by the way, just don't care. Like it's almost a relief not to have to deal with whatever this is. Now, let's look at Wednesday. Seven of Stones in reverse. In this deck, this is labeled as the healing card. I don't know if you can see. Maybe, maybe not. It is in reverse too. I don't think it's focusing well enough. But the Seven of Stones and healing, but it's coming up in reverse. So this talks about the idea that you are healing up from something when we get to Wednesday, but the healing is taking longer than you thought it should. And so you may be getting a little bit impatient, or you may be having kind of that wake up call of maybe your doctor is saying, yeah, you're right on track. This is normal. This is what we expected. So there's definitely some kind of impatience with something not healing up as fast as you would like it to. And it doesn't even have to be physical. This could be, well, I had a plan to pay off my student loan and I haven't been able to get as far with that plan as I thought. To me, that's healing the finances. So it could be something like that. There's something that you're trying to heal that is taking longer than you thought that it should. All right, let's look at Thursday. Here we have Six of Vessels. This is seen as reunion whenever we look at this deck. That's the actual word on the card. And so this talks about the idea of having some good memories, some sentimental type memories, some memories when you look back, you think about that time and you think, man, that was so much fun, or I was really happy during that time, or whatever. Okay. Very positive memories. And with that Six of Vessels, usually somebody is coming in with those memories. So it could be somebody that you share those memories with that actually shows up on Thursday. I would not be surprised at all. At all. For some of you, it's just the memories only, but I think for most of you, there's a person showing up with that is associated with these memories. Looking at Friday, World card in reverse. This just says you're trying to wrap something up so that you can be done with it and move forward on to the next project. However, there's some kind of delay or resistance that is keeping that from happening.